Hello Internet, so this is an updated version of my Whispering Ice build, which is now a fire variant. I've gotten to level 91 and have almost 1500 int, so everything's gone up in damage. The most important changes to the build are I'm now using the Voidbringer Conjurer gloves for more energy shield, which gives me 8500, which just is a lot more survivability. And the staff has changed a bit in terms of my supports. So I still have Hypothermia, Spell Echo, Faster Casting, just best supports. But I now have Fire Penetration, Cold to Fire, and Iron Will. Iron Will is great because it has no mana multiplier, which allows me to run the Voidbringer gloves with their mana multiplier and still be able to cast indefinitely. I've also added in a level 7 Clarity to allow me to cast indefinitely because that just squeezes into the mana really easily. When you use the Cold to Fire gem, you've got to swap to the Doriani's Invitation Fire Belt instead of the Cold Belt to give you the Fire Leech and also Fire Penetration. We have 100% conversion because we also grab Avatar of Fire with the new build. The reason why we do this is because the Cold to Fire gem, which is over here, has a 30% more multiplier, and when I get quality on this, it'll also be 20% increased damage, which would be awesome. You grab Firewalker here because it's a really efficient node and gives you resistances, and this wheel here double dips with 100% conversion. So this node here, Snowforged, gives 50% increased damage and 30% increased crit, which is just the best of a single node of anything. So that's the changes to the build, and I'm going to run a quick gorge, which hopefully will not be too laggy because my computer hates being recorded for some reason. Now I did test for a while swapping out Fire Penetration with Life Leech, which does make your health pretty much always stay on full. I find it unnecessary for pretty much all maps, but if you wanted to feel a bit safer, then you could definitely do that. It does mean, like, if you're feeling unsure because you're not freezing things anymore, now that you're 100% fire damage and igniting instead, then you can swap in the Life Leech gem to make you feel yourself a lot safer. Of course, it will slow your clear speed a little bit. With this build, my aim has been to go pretty much just pure clear speed. It's why I don't have the Conquer Face gem in while I'm mapping. I've swapped it around, so it's quite difficult to get that in for bosses, because I want to do maps really fast, because faster clear equals more items. So while you can't really do magic finding in this build, the faster you clear, the more stuff drops, the more magic stuff drops. So it's kind of like pseudo magic find anyway. And as you can tell, you can just slice through everything pretty much like butter. This is only a level 76 Gorge map. I would be doing more Dominus and stuff, but unfortunately I've had really bad map drops at the moment, so Gorge is the highest I currently have. I'm hopefully going to get some more higher level ones and do those. I'm also looking at trying at Ziri again, so I will try and record that. I'm still using a trial version of my recording software, so I need to keep it under 10 minutes, which might be difficult, so I might not be able to record the whole map. Obviously, now that you're doing 100% fire damage, if you see a reflect, you've got to pop your fire resistance flask instead of your cold resistance flask. But otherwise, it's actually exactly the same build. As you can tell, because of Ice Storm's inherent mechanics, it'll still apply chilled ground, which means it can still run hypothermia. The chilled ground component is completely separate to the cold damage component, so it has the normal effect. I don't currently have Vile Pact in this build, but I am planning to head towards it next. I currently don't run the Life Leech gem, so it won't be terribly effective, but it means that whenever I do socket in the Life Leech gem, I'll have Vile Pact and therefore be incredibly resistant to damage. Yeah, there's a Reflect. So I'll just take him down and bam. Yeah, doesn't really do much when I pop my Fire Resistant Flask. It's good to keep moving. If you keep moving, you dodge most of the stuff anyway, which is why I don't feel that Life Leech is really necessary, because if you're always moving, then you never get locked in anything. And here's the boss. And down. So that's the updated version. Thanks for watching.